Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into the North Main Minute. I'm Joshua Dobie. A foundational planning question with which we're working very frequently here at North Main Financial Group has to do with the idea of retirement income, or the income that we receive when we are formally retired. Now, retirement means different things for different people, so I'm going to talk about a couple of broad ideas here, but your space may be very different from your neighbor's space, from a colleague's kind of space, so very, very important that you take a look at your individual space when you're doing your planning. But a couple of broad ideas that we want folks to keep in mind when it comes to retirement income. First, we talk about the three pillars, the three big pillars that have to do with retirement income. First, Social Security. And if you're younger, we have folks who like to not plan for Social Security in their retirement. It's still there today, and especially if you are close to retirement, you don't have to worry about that at this point. So definitely an item that you want to keep in mind. You want to be aware of what your estimates are there. Second big item, and fewer folks are in this space, but has to do with pension income. Now, a generation ago, we had folks, all kinds of folks who had pensions, and we planned on that as another source of income. Fewer and fewer folks are in places where they have pensions now, which brings me to the third big pillar that you want to keep in mind, and that's portfolio income. So with portfolio income, those investments you may have in a 401k or other styles of investments that you have, including real estate, which provides income for you. You want to make sure that you keep that in mind as far as what that can produce for you, not just today, but 5, 10, 20, 30 years into retirement, which is very likely with where life expectancies are today. Another big item that you want to keep in mind, and I would call it, let's call it leg 3A on the stool that we're talking about here, has to do with either business or part-time income. Now, I'm lumping those together really for means of our discussion here today, but perhaps you have partial ownership or full ownership in a business, which is providing you some level of passive income. Also, we see a number of folks, for any number of reasons, who continue to work part-time in retirement. We're living longer. Healthcare is much better than it was a generation ago. So there are opportunities to be able to work in retirement, perhaps to provide some benefits or to provide some supplemental income for you, in addition to Social Security and portfolio, and perhaps a pension if you're eligible for one. If you'd like to reach out to us at North Main Financial Group, perhaps to understand how all those pieces go together for you, it can be confusing, and especially when you're trying to project a decade or two or three or more into the future, we'd love to hear from you, northmainfinancial.com.